I get bored just like everybody else. It's normal. But you will never hear me say, I am bored. That's because for some reason I have tried as much as possible to pick up one hobby or the other from different times in my life. And I'm going to be sharing a few of those hobbies. Hopefully, it can be useful to somebody watching this. According to the dictionary, a hobby is simply an activity done regularly in one's leisure time for pleasure. It doesn't have to be monetized, it's just for pleasure. While it may come naturally to some, it does not to many other people. And the main reason I believe is that having hobbies as an adult is related to what we refer to as activities during our childhood and developmental stages. So rather than mindlessly scrolling through social media and thinking that we are busy, Steve Jobs has advised us not to be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. So when next you find yourself with an ample amount of time and a need for an alternative way of spending it, try any or a combination of the following hobbies. I've done them too, and I continue to do them. Writing, or if you're brave, post it online, blogging. So many start off as a hobby because there's no pressure to create posts or to keep updating the hobby, or the blog rather. So a hobby blog is essentially a blog that is set up and populated with content for the blogger's personal enjoyment as a hobby. That's all it is. So rather than promoting goods or services, or even promoting the hobby, the blog itself, or as a money-making endeavor to earn a meaningful income from the blog, no, there is absolutely no pressure. I just write. If you're not willing to post it online, I just write in my journal and close it. That's it. If I'm feeling friendly, I might write a few lines and post it on LinkedIn. But that's it. You can enjoy the process of creating and sharing, and you don't have to be a master at it. I'll come to that. The next thing is vlogging. If you're not shy, like me, and don't mind the world taking a peek into your private life, then it could be for you. I believe it's a hobby that teaches self-motivation, yes, public speaking. You also learn how to tone your voice down, which is something I am learning. That's the reason for this project. It's a hobby for me. It's a passion project. There are a few skills I'm looking to develop, and that is why I have created this channel. Imagine starting on vlog day one with absolutely no makeup. You're in your pajamas, you're running errands. By vlog day 3, something in you is bound to shift. And it will make you act and put yourself together by packing everything packable. You will slap on that makeup, you will get rid of your pajamas, and you will put yourself together because you don't want to constantly fill your viewer's screen with this image of not having it together. So you will end up polishing yourself up. It's one of the greatest self-motivating hobbies I have ever picked up, ever. So far. The next thing is singing. Whether you're singing in the shower or entering a karaoke contest, singing is one of the best pastimes. Go onto YouTube, play your favorite music, and just sing along. It doesn't matter whether you're singing your tune or not, as long as your neighbors are not listening, you're fine. Add some dancing steps to it, and you have yourself an active hour with uplifted mood. You will feel so much better. Drawing. You can actually explore your artistic side by learning how to draw. There are actually learning classes or tutorials online on YouTube as well. It doesn't even have to be perfect. It helps you develop a number of different areas in your brain. So it helps us to develop the ability to focus and to pay attention. It's a skill that can be very thoughtful throughout one's life and career. It also develops hand and eye coordination so that everyday tasks can become easier for us. But it helps to develop strategic thinking, something which everyone needs to be able to do some amount of. The next is painting. Painting is one of the most relaxing hobbies to pursue in the field of arts and craft. In fact, go onto YouTube and you're most likely to find thousands of painting videos. If you think that is far-fetched, try face painting. Yes, even makeup is an addendum to that. It's part of it. So if you're getting bored, get a few palettes of makeup and, try it. When was the last time you just tuned up your radio or played music for the sole purpose of dancing? It's amazing what it can do to the soul. I feel a lot better once I've danced. And I have a playlist and I just put on my playlist. They say that you should dance like no one is watching. I implore you to do that. Do it several times in a day if you have to. Or you can just dance like somebody is. It doesn't matter. It's really up to you. Cooking and baking. Now, baking is not my forte, but I have a friend who does a fantastic job at it. So cooking and baking, they go hand in hand. So you can bake cakes, you can bake muffins, cookies, pies, and so much more. The best thing about baking is that you get to eat what you've made and your house always smells heavenly afterwards. So at least for a couple of hours, enjoy it. Sewing. Don't be fooled. Sewing is more than just dressmaking, as many people know it. Nowadays, lots of girls, lots of women, and even men make their own clothes. You only have to look to the likes of Mimi G on Instagram to know that this is a great interest to many people. And people are making big money out of it as well. It's becoming an empire. Poetry. There are tons of hobbies you can immerse yourself in. Writing poetry can be a rewarding hobby, especially if you enjoy writing or are looking to express yourself through a different medium. So great for people who are able to verbalize their feelings. We don't all know how to do that. I am learning, and hence this YouTube channel, and thoughts. But it's surely a hobby that can be taken up by anybody. And it's meant to be a good and fruitful one in the long term. Coloring. I noticed that in recent years, there are lots of wellness and well-being coloring books for adults and for children alike. They are fantastic. I'm looking for a hobby that is relaxing as well as bringing entertainment to you, then you can look no further than coloring. It's a wonderful way to relax. Coloring of a beautiful picture is a kind of meditation. Yes, coloring can provide an easy time out in a world that is full of noise, in a world that is so busy, ever so busy all the time. You can get books, you can get puzzles, and crocheting. I know how to crochet and I really enjoy it. It's a hobby that has evolved with time. It is no longer done by grannies or limited to blankets and bottles. I remember I used to crochet clutch handbags. They were so beautiful. I take pride in them because they take me away from my day. I'm able to relax my mind. There are so many items of clothing and everyday items that are either crocheted or knitted. You can start small, get a hook and learn. There are so many tutorials online, not just on YouTube. There are blogs that are actually set up for elementary tutorials, elementary learners. Yes, am I turning into a productivity channel? I don't think so, but reading from blockbuster novels to short stories to self-help books, you can take yourself on an adventure from the comfort of your own sofa or your bed. Reading is an incredibly inexpensive hobby that provides so many benefits. So pop down to your local library or download the books. Have you heard of PDF Drive? Entries. If you have free time on your hands, why not expand your knowledge by watching some more documentaries? You never know what you might learn. And there's so much to learn in the world. Calligraphy. Calligraphy is defined as a visual art related to writing. It is the design and execution of lettering with pen, ink brush, or even other writing instruments. You don't have to go all out and buy expensive ones. A contemporary calligraphy instills quietness in time. You should try handwriting channels on YouTube if you're interested. Also, you should try, as a project for you, you should try changing your handwriting if you've never considered it. It's one of the best things ever. Videography. I'm on YouTube, so I should add this one. Taking a video of something is easy, but when you add editing and you add sound to the mix, you've got yourself a pretty complicated hobby. Do you know that lots of today's YouTubers, lots of your favorite YouTubers actually started on this platform as a hobby, and they built businesses from there. So there's no limit to the knowledge you can gain from videography. Take it up if you wish to expand your skill set. This also falls into the same bracket as photography. If you love taking photographs, take photographs of random stuff, edit them, And probably, I think that's what PixArt is about. You have people who apply edits to pictures, and other people then go onto the platform and they apply the same edit. So at some point in time, you can probably sell your edit if you're into turning into money making thing. But if it's not for you, just the sheer joy you get from learning these skills and seeing the transformation in yourself is enough to make you take up a skill. One last hobby I want to add is journaling. It's a great hobby that can have a positive impact on your mental health, especially during the colder, darker months in winter. I don't do well in winter, so journaling is very, very good for me. It helps to lower my stress levels from everyday life. You can travel back to your happiest moments. You can also feel empowered by looking upon your past with fondness and joy. You can look back on the times that have been difficult and see how you've come out from them. So I hope this helps. If you're feeling like twiddling your thumb, just pick a hobby. Better still, why not invest your time in something worth living for?